A thrilling journey filled with emotions that only a motorcycle can offer through a country of 1,000 facets and of infinite landscapes. For this 6th edition promoted by Givi to mark its 40th anniversary and to celebrate 20 years of sponsorship of the LCR Honda team, an exclusive jacket has been designed by Hevic for all the explorers to wear. This fascinating event took place in a magical environment before coming to a close in Valencia, Spain, where the riders flew to watch the last race of the 2018 MotoGP season. Let's watch a recap together. The explorers received a warm welcome in the metropolis of Casablanca. It was in this magnificent economic capital of Morocco that the 6th Givi tour started. The equipment was handed out and there was a recap of the safety rules. The real adventure on the road began on the 10th of November. The group rode through a breathtaking scenery of rolling hills to Fez, whose Medina is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. That's 215 miles in 5 hours. The group got up early the next day to prepare for the ride to the gates of the desert. From Fez to the outskirts of the Sahara through the Atlas Mountains. After visiting the monkey colony at the foot of the majestic cedar tree in the National Park of Ifrance, the bikers enjoyed miles and miles of thrills, dashing through ever-changing landscapes from pastures and mountains to canyons eroded by the hot desert wind. At dusk, as the sun began to set, the travelers arrived in Erfoud. Then the group wished a happy birthday to Joseph, general manager of Givi Vietnam and team leader. It was a quiet start to the day with a visit of Merguza Market and the Fossil Museum. The riders spent the morning discovering this authentic town before embarking on the most anticipated leg of the journey, the Sahara. The explorers got to brave extreme temperatures in the hottest desert on Earth. First on their bikes on a long off-road stretch, then on camelback over the dunes of red sand. They arrived at a Bedouin camp to spend the night in tents, cradled by Berber songs under a star-filled sky. It was a night of enchantment, surrounded by the smells of spices and sun-baked rocks. It was an unforgettable morning waking up in a tent and watching the sun rise from behind the dunes. First on camelback, then on their bikes, the explorers left the desert and set off for yet another magnificent day. In this part of the journey, the riders covered a total of 180 miles in 5 hours, over the first of which it was almost impossible not to go full throttle along this road with magnificent views. The bikers arrived in the majestic Todra Gorge to admire the most spectacular canyons in Morocco, weaving through towering rocky crags and darting through a colourful display of red clay, green palm trees and blue sky. There are no words to describe the fascinating charm of these landscapes. The next destination was Boumaindades, with its world-famous stretch of fast and winding paved road. During this unforgettable step of the journey, the rainy spells allowed the riders test the quality of the waterproofing of the new jackets and riding gear provided by Icaro and Hevic. The adventurers then sped off to the south, following the Atlas Mountains in the direction of the fortified village Ait Benhaddou. This pretty village, set on a hilltop, was built out of dried mud, and it was the perfect spot to enjoy this magical Moroccan setting. Like all good things, the Morocco Adventure 2018 also had to come to an end. On the 15th of November, the 7th and final day of the journey was celebrated with a visit of Marrakech. Before arriving in this city, the explorers rode down non-tarmacked dirt roads through Tizi N'Titchka mountain pass at more than 7,000 feet in the heart of the Atlas Mountains. During this stage, 120 miles were covered in bitterly cold conditions. The group's last hours in Morocco flew by the mysterious and charming city of Marrakech, where the riders got to enjoy a last few memorable sensations. time has come to catch the flight to Valencia after a week under the charm of enchanting Morocco. Travelling through time along ancient roads, it was time to return to the present. The riders got to experience a grand finale of pure adrenaline directly from the MotoGP paddock, thanks to their VIP passes to celebrate the 20 years of sponsorship by the Honda LCR team in style. Thanks Morocco. The explorers will never stop telling your tales to recall your colours, flavours and unique sensations. We look forward to the next time.
Hi, my name is Hoy. I'm from Malaysia. This is my second trip via Givi Explorer.
Hi everybody, my name is Anwar Norik and I'm from Malaysia. I'm actually being able to participate in the Givi Explorer.
Hi, I'm Danny Mulder from South Africa. Just done a Givi Explorer trip in Morocco. It was great to meet all the people I previously met in South Africa when I came to ride there.
Hello guys, I'm Giedrus from Lithuania.
And I'm Arvidas from Vilnius, Lithuania. We came here for Givi Morocco Explorer Tour.
Hello, Oren Grossman from Israel, right here in Morocco. We arrived for the Givi Explorer. That was kind of one of the amazing opportunities that I had to do with many people.
With Givi Explorer.
She didn't get it. Just say your name and where you're from. Then you do the second part.
Then he's gonna jump in, say his name and where he's from, and then he's gonna speak, and then you finish it
Yeah, I
off.
just plan to say that, and he can say, okay.
Espere, yo lo traduzco.
Hi everybody.
Espere, no, everybody no voy a decir hello, hello, I am Enrique.
From Colombia,
From
yeah?
Colombia. Y tú sigues,
Okay.
Okay.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sehingga berjumpa lagi di lain ketika di dalam Givi Explorer yang ke-6. Bye.